I was reading this news article, and it was talking about how people that play war video games are making our society more violent. We're becoming more violent as a society based on these people that play war video games. And I'm thinking to myself, isn't it the real wars that are making our society more violent? Right? When you've been in a shitload of wars and you always have more on the way, people tend to walk around a little violent. And I'm not one of those people that blame wars on bankers or politicians. I blame wars on the mainstream media. They just bullshit us into wars. Somewhere they get lies and bullshit from somewhere, and they make the lies and bullshit believable. That should be the mainstream media slogan. We're the mainstream media. We make bullshit believable. I mean, they could bullshit us into any kind of war. We could be watching TV one day, and the news will interrupt our show, and they'll be like, we interrupt your cage fighting to bring you a special news bulletin. There's an overseas dictator, and he's a really bad guy. He's taken away the buffets from the people. The people will no longer be allowed buffets. And we'll be watching this, and we'll get all excited. We'll be like, you hear that, Jim? That dictator guy's taking away the buffets. Next, he's going to go after smorgasbords. And then outdoor barbecues. We got to go over there and kill the sons of bitches. And then the liberals will watch the same news report, and they'll be like, you hear that? That's terrible. We got to organize a buffet drop. We got to drop buffets on the people. Drop down shrimp and bacon and the trays and the sterno. Just drop it right on top of the people. Feed the people. And the other side be like, that's not how you deal with a dictator. You got to kill the sons of bitches. And the liberals will be like, no, feed the people. And they'll both argue back and forth, but they'll never question the story. Because like most stories the mainstream media gives us, is all bullshit. There's no truth to it. And as the country is torn in half, the conservative mainstream talk show hosts will sell the war. They'll come on the radio and they'll be like, you know, we conservatives, we hate war. But this guy is a really bad guy, this dictator. He's violating our Judeo-Christian values. Because we all know the Last Supper was a buffet. I've seen the painting. Clearly shows one of the apostles with a big plate of crab legs. So I say we go over there and kill the sons of bitches. And then we'll go over there and bomb the shit out of the country, kill everybody. And for a while in this country, we'll feel pretty good about ourselves. We'll all hold up sterno cans and say, you know what, this is why we fight. We liberated the people. And the few people that didn't buy the whole propaganda nonsense won't have sterno cans. And we'll be like, hey, buddy, where's your sterno can? What are you, one of those a la carte guys? Huh? What are you, one of those a la carte people? And then a couple of months later, there'll be a special news bulletin. They'll be like, we interrupt your wrestling to bring you a special news report. Turned out that dictator did have buffets. He had buffets on every corner. We got the story completely wrong, folks. Next time we'll do a better job at reporting. Just trust us the next time. And most of us still get our news source from the TV. We trust TV to give us the news. Usually all of us have a favorite TV news reporter guy. It's amazing to me because most of these TV news reporters seem to have no honesty, no integrity, but yet we trust the TV news guy so much. Why is that? I think it's because they have a full head of hair. It seems to me a full head of hair is more important than the truth. But people are waking up. A lot of us are slowly getting our news from online websites. There's a lot of good online news reporters trying to give us the truth. And years ago, as a kid, I remember everybody in the neighborhood used to get the newspaper delivered. Now nobody gets the newspaper delivered. If the publishers of the newspapers want to survive, they got to do one of two things. They got to either give us the truth, or take the newspaper, wrap it in a wig, and then deliver it. We'll read that again. People in the morning will be waiting for the paper. They'll be like, honey, did you see the hair paper? Has the hair paper come? And then the hair paper will show up on the door, and we'll be like, look at this, honey. There's an interesting article. It says there's a dictator overseas, and he's a really bad guy. He's putting baking soda on his duct tape. He's going to be unstoppable. I say we go over there and kill the sons of bitches. Thank you. Appreciate it.